this morning for breakfast. Pretty much having the same thing as yesterday. My hot cereal, a cup of decaf, and an egg white and an egg. I've got some apple in there and a little sugar-free creamer. For lunch, I had some asparagus with a little Parmesan sprinkled on top and a whole wheat tortilla that I made from scratch. Recipe will be coming up. A tablespoon of cream cheese, a half a tablespoon of avocado mayo, taco ground beef. I think it's like 85%. All right, just got done prepping some sugar-free chocolate pudding snacks for the week, a serving in each, and I've got 1 tablespoon of the light Cool Whip, a quarter of the Fiber One chocolate brownie, but I'm using the Great Value version of that. And so the whole snack is, I'm counting 5 points, and the content of the sugar content is 2 grams of sugar per each dessert. And that is because I've got a quarter of a brownie. A whole brownie would be 8 grams of sugar, which is a pretty good hit. I am going to have just a little something before dinner. This is the really trying hour for me. So I eat a little bit more during this time. And I have egg and some snap peas. Okay, the day is almost done. It's almost 9 o'clock. And I realized that I had my loaf of bread I was making covered up in this oven over here and forgotten all about it. So now at 9 o'clock, I'm going to stick it in. I'm heating up this oven and I'm going to stick it in there and I'm going to bake it. So I'm going to be up for a little while more. All right, so let me show you. It's the end of day 2 on our 7-day low sugar challenge of having no more than 25 milligrams of added sugars daily. And this is what I ended up with here. So these are the ones that I get 25 of these. The pennies represent grams every day. This is what I used today. 4 pennies. 4 grams of added sugar. And that's like crazy low. Now, mind you, if we were counting grams, total grams of sugar, where I counted the natural grams that come in yogurt and in bread and in milk and in, those kinds of things. And in fruit, the fruit sugars, that would be much more. And I may actually do that at some point, but I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure if that's necessary, right? I mean, I don't want to make things hard unnecessarily on myself when I don't need to. But anyway, a good thing that I'll talk to you about my meals in just a minute, because it kind of went a little haywire this evening. I mean, I didn't have a bunch of sugar, obviously, but my points went way up because what I planned to eat didn't work out, and so then I ended up having to eat some other things. Let me show you what my kids are doing. Me put these pennies aside, and they said that they all wanted to do it. So they each got a little pennies to spend for grams of sugar, and I double checked the amount that children, the daily recommended for sugar for the kids, and it was 25, believe it or not. So they each got some, and what they're doing, one of our friends gave them a treat today. They were visiting, gave them a treat, and they're saving it until tomorrow. And everything that they were having, they were asking me, how much is it? Now, they've spent a lot of pennies, and the reason why was because they got a free donut from Albertsons. Was having, the Monopoly game, and sorry about the dogs. And they ended up winning a free donut, and they chose to have the donut instead of the Rice Krispie treat. The Rice Krispie treat is going to be, I think we said it was 4? I think so. I think it's like 4 grams, but the donut was 12, which is amazing. And so they're really amazed at lighting. Sorry about that. But yeah, so what I'm really impressed with is that the kids are relating to what sugar looks like and how much, looks like how much. And and we get to talk, it brings up, you know, the conversation about good sugars versus bad sugars, or, you know, more usable sugars, and all of that stuff that I don't think I really spoke to my parents about growing up myself. And I think that's a kind of education and knowledge they could really use to make sure that they live a healthy life, you know, long term. And I think, you know, when we look at kids, we think, gosh, you know, they're so young and they can eat so much and it's not going to hurt them, you know, and they could bounce right back and everything. And we tend to allow for them to have a little bit more of indulgences, when really this is an excellent time to train them to avoid making the same mistakes and pitfalls that we did all the way into adulthood, right? And then learn the hard way. Why not teach them right out of the gate, right? So we're going to be, you know, doing that. They're eager to learn, and so I'm glad they're picking this up. But anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. That was kind of. So what happened with my dinner is that my husband and I were going to have the rest of that chicken and shrimp curry that our son had left, but we had mistakenly left the lime rinds in the curry, and they were sitting in there for another 24 hours, and it really made the curry super bitter, and it was really hard to eat. So we chose not to do that. And so what we ended up doing is just like having French bread and an egg. So if I'd have known I was going to have an egg tonight, I probably wouldn't have had one for a snack. But in any case, I'm okay. I still had the points. I had the Fit points. It felt like it was an unplanned dinner, you know, and I don't know. I'd rather have it. Well, I was going to have it planned, but it didn't work out. And the French bread, we normally don't have white French bread, which is oddly enough, I checked the sugars and it said 0 sugars and no sugars added. So I thought that was really odd, but it was good. We don't normally have it, but I got it free. It was, you know, part of the Monopoly game winnings from Albertsons. And so we had French bread. And I have another French bread over there, but I don't think I want to have it tomorrow. Maybe we can, you know, give it to somebody else. Or maybe the kids might like it. I don't know. We'll see. I think I could only have so much white bread in a week, though. And then I have repercussions, you know, bloating and whatnot. So you can kind of tell I'm kind of tired tonight. Sorry about that, but I did want to check in with you and let you know. I think I'm up to, I know it seems insane, but I have I'm doing Smart Points right now, and I have had, I don't know how or where, but 44 points today. And I'm showing you what I'm having, but I did have another Jell-O sugar-free pudding parfait this evening, and those are like 5. I'm counting 5 points each for those, so that's 10 right there. So there you go, because I had one earlier. But anyway, yeah, I worked out today, so I'm extra tired, but I also racked up those points. The sugar that I've had, I can't believe I've only spent like 4 grams of added sugar. So that it's a win. I consider it a win on both ends. And my dog wants to go outside here. I'm going to let him go out. You want to go out? All right. Anyway, so I'm going to let you go for tonight, you guys. I want to hear how you guys did. Let me know down below. They both ran out. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow, probably tomorrow morning. And I hope you have a wonderful day. All right, love you guys. Bye.